Yamwachi biem samu akwa Badwam TV Badwam so. Yada Apostle Dr. Nita Kutegwase. Eni nkwanshan sama odi abreye. Dedu so ne Badwam kase ensam ne etodwa wo mu bia wo betini. Osofo hwe nwomasuo so se ebra no aso bibiman yeyan kasa nso betimi abo ye ho modern. Ayeyan ye de sensa bribia ye ni de obi so omo aye no. Eya asembe ye no nsem bia no pay ye de so mo Adom TV Badwam kase wo Facebook /Adom TV Extra Go TV channel 119 DSTV 280 uko YouTube search Adom TV Tube na kwa adomonline.com ensemi ne nsema foforo bi wo ho medidi afia amankwa tamaklo afia ni de mientie se de nsem ni chemu ankasa etie ebibiman ebra no aso se wo se yankasa ye gina ye mudie na ne ye wono ye hwe ne ye ne yie natumi aboa ababa ye yendia ose eni ho kwan se ye de ho to enkofo so bebre de bia de so bi ene bebeboa ye osofo hwe nwomasuo so ene de nsemi etudwa.
We all are witnesses to the compelling factor of dwindling commitment and investment by donors in education in Africa. Therefore, we cannot continue to rely on donor support to finance our education system. We are compelled to look within. We have the number of out-of-school children growing and increasing. In every other part of the world, in every other continent, the number keeps decreasing. But for Africa, the number is growing. How committed are we as government to invest more in education and to look for resources within our countries?
Vice President Nana Jane Opoku Agyeman enso di tuja se ehun behia pa se ebibiman eka wono ebom sene emabunu no enso ebenya enkyerkyere ene ekwan papa ebeboa wo mo edaache.
We are improving foundational learning and promoting results-based reforms. Despite these achievements, financing remains a challenge. Ghana, like many of her peers on the continent, must work very hard to keep pace with rising educational demands. I also recommend that we work closely with individual national planning strategies, and I want to emphasize that, in order to avoid sweeping assumptions about the entire continent.
Penny Kwanchefo ya wada National Health Insurance Authority ano ye Dr. Victor Bampo ene wada kokobona ema yaresabia hodo no a won moje ayarefo ebuo bi a eni ho kwan se woje ya NHIS ema wo ho kwan so woncho ho free service buy no ho ntisa woni won ewo bika
ye focus back on illegal payment senkrofo Ghana for ko ayaresabia na yeji wo musika abra card no National Health Insurance card no ense ye ji wo musika eno na ye di ho abobo na health facilities no bi kase aya na ye sika no quantity no na emantem inti na sometimes na eno no moye sometimes so mo feel say sika na ye tua mo no endoso sesi a President Mahama ne Minister of Finance ne Minister of Health Adaruma ti sika no ye tua no every month bosumi bia ye tua sika na ma wo na ya san a review tariffs no sika ye de ma wo for aduro no ya hwe ye the new one aba sika ye de ma wo for doctor ne lab ne ade no ya hwe eno nso enche ye de be tudwa no ma ya start ye tua wo sa sika no ye nyina ye be boom ye be back together ne make sure say ye nya niama emfata to say patient ba sika ensesa wojeno na wojeno nti eno de ye be serious wo ho pa se wo ye facility na se wo enjoy sa new payment ya ba every month wo enjoy new tariff na se wo koso ana wo san kwaji patient sika de ene na wa na wo mpese wo be ka scheme no ye be ye ne ye be ya be make sure say sa de no esubetwa.
Hadishie ya wono ewo German North mensimo eya bonomantemo na nei won ebokwa adubi se ena aposifo binom wo hono ma won hye checkpoint ben duada so eye sampa wanchi kwantempo no so a wojije wo no musika bia won tiase emunsem eni
Ensem bi Adom News in Centroni awo Bono region. Christopher Rikuma ensa akano echese omanfo wo mususu se wo mu enetu anamonfa network no ehye Agyeman North Police Command ase saa bebi a omanfo enim se wo mu eye cashew production yi ekuafo dodo na wo mu ewo wo mu de ato yensentu enim se wo mu afọ ha mu pa ena maposifo checkpoint bebi aya na wo mu efa no onipa ba ko ne Adom News in Centroni etwetwe nkomo a wanfa ne din antudwa editudwa se cases awodwe akonenim pa a womo entimi entuso anamon bia emom eyempenifo na yade achepa womo kire aposifo yi anamon bia womo etu ewo ho no eyade a womo ni enyehu eye kuafoi ene edwedifo womo de adesede ato Inspector General of Police IGP ene osoafo a ono na wo sa mantem ho se womo hwe na womo ntuso anamon.
Senior Custom Officer ne dan ya dankura enum ehemu eneja to machine ama me kasa ne ma mpo enam so epra wo mu a Winneba Trauma and Specialist Hospital ene ye de no akwakofie
nyame se nka no kwa ye ka kira Ghana mpanifo so oman toka ama Winneba fire service fo a na se obi fie esan ahye ne bibi sa asibie mu de ne asan papa nsi because omo ba no omo nam getting to 40 omo kitaka nti omo ba fie anum no ifie no pipe na wo fie anum no omo de bucket na ebu pipe no egu gya no so na mo nso se e dan 5 bedroom share ya de bucket na edum no
sebi on hwehwe mpo nti wono mu ni fat ye nyina ye yoro aho nti boys ni nyina gidi nti fire service fo ba ha no ana echepa ansa no mo ba na ya yesa nyama ni nyina ewie the private car na obi su di moto no de ba ye
Yeni opinion leader woni Winneba nenyi athan so twetwenkoma wa kire se enne no ho adwere nipa se fast stations a itwa won ho hye nyina won fidie enye adwuma
friend won no na me se wo buy won kita ka okita other private cars wo de buy wo doors on so den ka okita nsu a only one room per be affected but won kita ka won kita hwe wo the private wo de buy to be bo situation no me from get on the abrewa wo inside until we buy purposely to rescue the abrewa wamba there nkobodum jan because won kita ka bia won kita nsu bia until am na need to see
Winam so amayeni Winneba Municipal Fire Commander D.O.2 Frederick Edupoku twetwenkomo kire se
no kwasem ni ye wo problem kakra ye ni fire engine in fact a car no break it down now so the men wanted to go and assist into with the help of a taxi no omutumi move to the scene me fie no say na o na 5 bedrooms na etre angasa nti omudru no neighbors na angasa na o start o fiase o mboa say na be on be wura dan mu na omutumi aye ho bibi fortunately omutumi eyi ma me penemu bia na o fie ho efiri mu ema no eba outside
Etwan samno aso na wotwe mu yesi mu na beto dwa se Roman Ridge mpotamo ho dan bia won musie abuagu ewi akire adwumayefo bedu enide dum jam penifo timi yi wo mo ne ya meka se yesi mu dum mienu ya hwe won eja won ma wo mo ekofie won ho ye wona aka no so ewo ho amayate be dwakuo nso so onye nhwehwemu ye hu na de kodie pote me nam so ma Ridge Roman Ridge sa dan no edwurubuyi
NEPA 14 April. Out of NEPA 14, you had 12 echo Roman 37 military hospital. Apart from that, you had NEPA 2 echo Roman Ridge Hospital. And as we stand now, or as it stands now, 12 of them have been discharged. And ACA 2, they are okay, but they are under monitoring. And here in Chebia, ye sure say, and Chebia be an NHNA, ye be releasing the part 2 now, Akano. And we are putting together a 7-member committee. Almost Shemono, a Beshasie, Ochina, and in 2 weeks' time, no reports no be ready. And the report no ready, ye the report no be tujwa.
Or signed to just say, Seni Bimo Ekane say, a year story building, Nina a jury to go yeno, or sentisa, Nemum a fa baby and a jury to go ye.
We wish to clarify that, contrary to initial reports in the media, There was no structural collapse of a 10-story building. The event, which occurred at approximately 12:15 p.m. on Tuesday, October 28, 2025, involved the collapse of part of the first floor podium concrete slab, which was being cast.
Mrashe bejafo kumane womu no na ene wonmu so agina ede nsemu to dwa se ne di amampani abonidin se wonye chief justice ema omai Ghana no nya de se wo mo pene se wo se yetoto no ano ana bibi etisa de ekoso wo honso ene
Dom kitwa na wo mrahye bedwam wo mu nsia ana sesi wo mu etia eye kwan a wo mu befa so ede aveti eye chief justice Paul Bafo Boni mrahye bedwafo eye Kwame Agyeman entwi Asante Achim Central mrahye bedwani Gloria Wusu Trobo John Dakon Suame mrahye bedwani ene wo ma wo mo kan won senchofo enhyiemu ase no mrahye bedwani wo Gushegu Alhassan Tampori ede nsemse na tu dwafa
notice that the minority has served notice on the clerk to Parliament that we have a motion for the Speaker to consider the suspension of all activities both at the Parliamentary Select Committee on appointments and the plenary on anything that has to do with the consideration of the nomination of Justice Paul Bafo Boni as the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, having regard to the fact that there are a lot of uncompleted issues regarding the removal of Justice Konadu as the Chief Justice. And we think that it is right that when you have matters still pending in the matter, you do not bring closure just like that. In Parliament, it is stopped by our own, standing orders from considering matters which are still pending before the courts. Currently, Justice Konadu has about 6 pending cases at various courts, high courts, all the way to the Supreme Court, and she has 3 pending cases at the ECOWAS courts. And we believe that for good order's sake, it's very, very important that we finish and complete exhaustively all matters that are still pending before we consider the nomination of the acting Chief Justice. Time in April, and then the country has not ground to a halt. So there's no need to be in a haste to consider all these processes.
Also for ya washer road so government Kwame Agboja. Osia ne yaban no aye se road contractors ni nyina no obetua won mu sika mra no pepepe se be ya obi megina no so nka se ni sika ma ye nti kwan no wantumi anwie.
Atmosphere is created where, in fact, currently 6 months. The law says we pay them in 6 months. We don't intend to pay people in 6 months. Once the regime of payment improves, contractors don't really care whether there's a clause in there or not. And we are determined to use the big push as a template to start that without having written that into the contract. We pay them within a reasonable time. Then they can go and actually retire their indebtedness to the banks or the financial institutions, and everybody will be happy. So we shouldn't be too worried about the clause of our interest on delayed payment. With regard to advanced mobilization, yes, if we had the money, we'll pay. But as a minister, we owe contractors we can't pay.
Chairperson ewo Public Accounts Committee so abena osei asare enso de to osoafo enim say
a lot of talk on the bypass. And you name Osino Konongo bypass. Minister, I mean, some substantial amount of work has been done. Can we please continue and complete it to make sure motorists can use that route? Last week, I was told that from Inuesi, that is my constituency, and you name Inuesi, I mean, they were stuck for about an hour or more. Cars were not moving. So, Minister, can you please give us some assurance that the Inem Osino Konongo bypass will be completed as soon as practicable?
Adom TV. Badwam kase na ha na brema kwan na no pay ye de asie ye da se omre ene adaje a wadaro ma de fa bia kwaso anani yentene na fei na ye de Adom online de won krata no akudie mu nsem ene health tips no eto so